So for many single men, Thailand exists as a sort of fantasy, an exotic playground where inhibitions are shed, and every interaction that you have specifically with Thai women promises a new adventure. The country's reputation, if you think about it, is really built on a foundation of a vibrant nightlife. Then you have the stunning scenery, and most importantly, I think, a certain kind of liberty that you don't have at home, the certain type of freedom. But is this reputation a reality, or is it a carefully constructed facade that lures single men into, misconceptions and into financial traps? And to get to the heart of the matter, I will address 3 fundamental questions that every single man contemplating a trip to Thailand should ask himself. The first one is Thailand really the playground for men that people say it is? The blunt and direct answer is yes, for a price. Thailand's status as a playground is rooted in a highly developed and openly tolerant, albeit not strictly legal, I'll just say sex tourism industry. In certain tourist-heavy cities like Pattaya and Phuket, and the red light districts of Bangkok, for example, Soi Cowboy, Papong, the Nana area, the concept of a playground is very much a tangible reality. Because here, the societal norms and expectations of a typical Western country, they're totally suspended. The sheer volume of bars, of clubs, massage parlors, offering companionship and services for a fee is really a testament to this fact. Here are the mechanics of this so-called playground. Number 1 is the economic reality. The playground exists because there is a supply and a demand for it. For many Thai women, working in this industry is an economic necessity. It is a way to support themselves and their families, often providing a far better income than a typical service job. The playground is, in essence, a transactional economy where the currency is more than just money. It's also attention, companionship, and a temporary escape from daily struggles for both parties. Second, the illusion of effortlessness. The playground reputation stems from the perceived ease of finding companionship. In these areas, women are often direct in their approach, and the rules of engagement are very clear, which can be a relief for men who find dating in their home countries, most of them in the Western countries, to be difficult, frustrating, too much work. You don't have to navigate the subtle signs, the subtle signals, and the complex social cues of traditional dating. The transaction is upfront. And number 3, the darkest side. However, to call it a playground is to ignore the inherent dangers and complexities, I would say. The perception of it being a free-for-all can lead to a sense of entitlement and a lack of caution. It can make men vulnerable to scams, extortion, and emotional manipulation. Moreover, I think it paints a very narrow picture of a country that is rich in culture, history, and genuine human connection. The playground is a small, albeit highly visible part of Thailand. The men who only see this side are missing out on everything else the country has to offer. There's also a counter-argument. Thailand is also a country of stunning temples. You have the beaches, night market, and deeply rooted culture of respect and community. And I would say to reduce it to a playground for men is to do a grave disservice to the country and its people. For those who choose to venture beyond the neon-lit streets and neon-lit areas in general, red light areas, Thailand is really a destination where you can have adventures, cultural experiences, and the playground is there, but it's not all that there is, I would say. The real truth is that Thailand is whatever you choose to make of it. If you seek out the playground, you will find it. If you choose out culture, adventure, more deeper connections, those things are equally available. The mistake is to assume that one exists without the other and to let the reputation define your entire experience, your entire stay. A second important question is, what's the red flag I need to be watching out for when I have these interactions, specifically nightlife or red light areas? The single most crucial red flag to watch out for in these interactions, particularly in nightlife areas, the tourist scene, is the unexplained and excessive escalation of emotion and conversation about money. This is not about being cynical, it's about being realistic. In a transactional environment, a professional will use emotional manipulation to blur the lines between a business interaction and a personal connection. You have to think about it. These girls, these women, they're expert at building quick rapport, and for a lot of guys, it's very easy to make them feel special. They haven't experienced that for a long time, or maybe some of them never in their lives. The moment a woman's expressions of affection, interest, and concern transition into a discussion about her financial hardships or her family's needs or a request for a gift or loan, the red flags have been raised for sure. But we can actually dissect these red flags. So one would be the love bombing. This is, a classical tactic. She might tell you that you are so handsome, so kind, or that you're so special, so different from other men. She might share a tragic backstory about a sick parent or her family is struggling. The emotional intensity is designed to make you feel like you found a genuine, deep connection in a very short amount of time. The purpose is to disarm your skepticism. The second, part of this red flag thing is the financial pivot. The conversation will inevitably shift. My mother is sick and needs an operation. My family's house was flooded. I can't afford my rent. These stories are often very, very believable. They tug at your heartstrings. The goal is to make you feel guilty for enjoying your life while she is struggling, creating a sense of moral obligation to help. And of course, the escalation of requests is part of these red flags. When, what starts as a request for maybe a lady drink can quickly escalate to a request to pay a bar fine, and then a request for a new phone, then to a larger sum for an emergency. The requests become more frequent and larger in value as the relationship progresses. So how do you act on these red flags when you notice them? The first thing that you have to do is to maintain a boundary, to be polite but firm. When the conversation turns to money or personal hardships, you have two options. You can politely and respectfully change the subject, or you can end the interaction. A simple, "I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm just here for a holiday" is, in many cases, good enough and works. Number two, do not give money. This is the golden rule. Do not give a woman you have just met money, no matter how convincing her story is. This is not about being heartless. It's about not enabling a scam. If you feel genuinely moved to help a cause, then maybe do something else. Find a legitimate charity in Thailand to donate to. That will be one option. And number three, trust your gut. If something feels too good to be true, it almost certainly is. A genuine non-transactional relationships, they take time to build. It involves shared experiences, mutual respect, and a lack of financial pressure. If you're being showered with attention and affection, and the conversation is always about how you can help, it is not a genuine connection. And the third question that is very common is, what are the most common scams in the nightlife scene and how to avoid them? The Thai nightlife scene, while it's exhilarating, is also a hunting ground for scammers. They prey on the naive, the inebriated, and the lonely. Being aware of the most common scams is always your best defense. The first one you've probably heard of, but I'm going to mention it again, the ping pong show scam. The scam is following. A promoter on the street will lure you into a venue with a promise of a free or very cheap ping pong show. And once inside, the venue will be nearly empty and you'll be pressured to buy a drink. And when you get the bill, it will be ridiculously inflated. And the bouncers will be intimidating, often refusing to let you leave until you pay. How do you avoid it? Well, never trust a street tout. This is the first and most important rule. If someone is approaching you on the street with an offer, it's oftentimes a scam. Research reputable venues beforehand. If you want to see such a show, find a well-reviewed, established one and go there directly. If you do find yourself inside, have your cash ready for one drink and one drink only. If they bring you a menu and the prices are not clear or seem too high, get up and leave immediately. Number two, the bar bill or drunk bill scam. And the scam is the following. This is most common in smaller, less reputable bars. A woman will sit with you and encourage you to buy lady drinks. As you get more and more intoxicated, the bartender will add extra drinks to your tab. When you ask for the bill, it will be crazy high, crazy inflation with these prices. The woman will act surprised, but the scam is a coordinated effort. How do you avoid it? Also easy. Always ask for the bill and pay for each drink as you order it. Or let's say you have 2 drinks or 3 or 4, and then you settle the bill, and then you continue drinking. This is the simplest and most effective way to prevent the bill from being padded. Keep a clear head. Do not get so drunk that you lose track of what you're spending. Or actually, if you want to get really drunk, don't do it alone. Go out with a bunch of friends, buddies, expats. That's another way to play it safe. And be aware of your surroundings. If the woman is constantly encouraging you to buy more drinks, the bartender seems to be watching you closely, it can be a red flag. Number 3, also a very well-known one, but I'm going to cover it, the jet ski or scooter scam. While not strictly a nightlife scam, it is common among tourists. You rent a scooter or jet ski, and when you return, the owner claims you have damaged it, and it demands an outrageous sum for repairs. They will often hold your passport, which, by the way, you should never give them, and they will use it as a leverage. So how do you avoid it? Take photos and videos of the entire vehicle before you rent it. Document every scratch and dent. Never leave your passport as collateral. It is your most important document when you're abroad. If they insist, walk away, leave a photocopy of your passport, and offer them maybe a higher cash deposit. That's an option. Use reputable and well-reviewed rental companies. Avoid the small dodgy shops that you would find near the beach. Number 4, and the last one, the fake police scam. A person in a fake police uniform or with a fake police ID will approach you often after you've bought drugs or have been heavily drinking, and it's very obvious. They will accuse you of, they broke the law, and they will demand an immediate cash fine. Again, how do you avoid it? Know the law. Drug use in Thailand, can be a gray area. Depends on what you use, but in most cases it comes with serious consequences. So what I would say as a general rule, just avoid all of that stuff in Thailand. Never pay a fine on the spot. In such situations, real police will take you to police station to pay a fine or go through the legal process. If someone demands cash on the street, most likely a scammer. And of course, the easy option, stay sober and aware. Drunk tourists are always easy targets. In general, I think by approaching Thailand with your eyes wide open, you can enjoy its many pleasures without falling victim to any of the predators or the scammers. Thailand really is a unique and rewarding destination for most of us guys, but the key is to keep a positive mindset so you can experience everything that you want to experience. And the most important part is to be informed, cautious, and respectful. And I think then you're going to have an amazing time in 99 out of 100 cases.